You're stomping the...
That's a win.
Minutes until victory. This is a serious beatdown.
Only 5 kills left. That's a win. You got 10 kills left.
You've taken the lead. You've taken the lead.
Hey guys, I'm Clint Flairwoo, and welcome back to another Division build video. It's been a week. It's a long time for me to not put out a video, but there's a good explanation for that, and that's because I'm moving house this weekend. The last week has been pretty hectic for me, so I've had a little bit of bit and bobbing in terms of playing on the Division, bit of skirmish, bit of Dark Zone, and I've created a build that I wanted to deliver now rather than next week. It's a really fun build, which you've seen in the footage. Does work really well. It synergizes exceptionally well. The good news is you've got the Division 2 open beta this weekend. Really cool, so I can't wait to blast that. It'll be Sunday though, if I get some free time, that is, fingers crossed. I'm sure I will. And then again today, the Year 1 Pass, they've released the content information, which is fantastic, so that's great news. But enough of me going on and jibber jabbering. Let's take a look at this build. Okay guys, this is a ninja bike hybrid of a bit of everything, like a Frankenstein kind of build that works really well. You've seen the footage, it hits very, very hard. It's 7k firearms, it's 6-1 stamina, and the basic 2-9 electronics. Now, what is so good about this particular build is because how the gear set pieces synergize very well together. And then of course you've got the house to boot as well. So let's take a look at what Ninja Bike does for the build. That slots in with any equipped gear set item to fulfill requirement towards unlocking a gear set's bonus. Can unlock bonuses from multiple sets simultaneously. Cannot unlock classified gear set bonus. So if you have a one-piece final measure, what this Ninja Bike messenger bag will do, it will unlock the second talent, which is the exotic damage resilience. If you have a two-piece Alpha Bridge, what would that mean? It unlocks the third talent, which is your weapon damage. And then if you have a three-piece Banshee, that will unlock the fourth piece, which is the rogue talent. Now, you have so many options in how to run Ninja Bike messenger bag. A lot of people would run Nomad, they would run Pred, or Alpha Bridge 6-piece, and that is what you pretty much see in Skirmish Last Stand. I prefer to give that little bit of diversity. You do see the odd tack build and the odd Seekers flying here and there and everywhere, but in all fairness, I don't find them very, very useful whatsoever. I like to put out their off-meta builds, and this damn sure is. Okay, so we know what Ninja Bike does, so let's look at the gear pieces. We'll start from the top and we'll go through each piece individually. And the Banshee chest piece is rolled into stamina with health, EDR and ammo capacity as the minor. And in terms of the mods, we're looking stamina critical hit chance and firearms critical hit chance. I'm rolling with a Nomad mask, and that will give me health on kill 5%, burn resistance 15%, and firearms. And in terms of the mod, it is stamina critical hit chance. The Banshee knee pads, they are rolled into firearms, critical hit damage, bleed resistance, disorient resistance, and burn resistance. Ideal world, remove disorient, pop in shock resistance. You're in a really good place to PvP, so make sure you look for those on your minor attributes. And attachments, we're looking stamina critical hit chance and a first aid self-heal mod. Onto the Alpha Bridge holster, which is critical hit chance as the major, and another first aid self-heal mod. The gloves, perfectly rolled stamina, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and SMG damage. And the backpack is firearms with critical hit damage as the major, ammo capacity, a firearms critical hit chance mod, and 2 first aid self-heal mods. Why does this build synergize really well? Because you've got two-piece Banshee, and that will unlock the third set bonus, which is 10% damage to targets out of cover. Set bonus 2 is 20% looted DC funds. I don't need that whatsoever. I don't care about that. This is all about that extra damage to targets out of cover. And 99% of your battles will be against players who are outside of cover. So make sure, if you can use Banshee, you have the three-piece bonus. Don't worry about the two-piece. It's irrelevant for PvP. I'm rolling with one-piece Nomad. That will unlock a set bonus 2, which is 15% health on kill. And if you're watching carefully on my mask also, there is 5% health on kill, so there's 20% health on kill on this build. An Alpha Bridge, I'm rolling with two-piece. That will give me 100% health regen and 5% weapon damage, which comes in quite handy. Now we take a look at the weapon. The primary weapon is the house. Base damage of 22.2k, 23% critical chance, which is the max as it's fully optimized on this house. Talents, deadly. Deadly works very, very well. In terms of the 3 top talents to go for on any SMG build, deadly, unforgiving, responsive. They're the ones that you really need to look out for. If you get those on your house, then you're in a good place to do some insane damage. And responsive, damage is increased by 10% when closer than 10 meters to the target. SMGs, that's the nature of the beast. That's how you roll, so responsive works very, very well with an SMG. Card counter, again, one half of the magazine does 20% increased damage, the other half deals increased damage after 15 seconds or when the magazine is empty. And in terms of attachments, critic chance, critic damage, headshot damage, it's all about stacking as much damage as possible on this build. Secondary is again the house. I'm rolling with talents deadly, again to increase that critical damage, but more importantly hurried. So if I do run out of ammo, this is a quick no-brainer. Switch to this. Hurried, you're dealing a lot of crits anyway, so your reload speed is going to be an insane time, which again, it takes a lot of people off guard because people won't roll with hurried, and when you are rolling with hurried, you can hit an extra 10 to 15 bullets quite easily because of the insane reload time. That gives you the edge in a fight. In terms of magazine, it's crit damage, rate of fire, again stability, crit damage, crit chance on the muzzle, crit damage on the underbarrel, stacking as much damage where possible and how possible. In terms of the character sheet, the primary weapon, 47% crit chance, 131% crit damage, so again it's all about that damage, 56% headshot damage, 20% health on kill, and again, because of how the build's set, usually 6k stamina, 6,000 stamina, that you should roll with a little bit more toughness. You could roll with toughness on, or health, sorry, on your knee pads. I've opted for crit damage to deal more damage. Health will make me more tanky, an extra 16,674. That would put me around about 482 toughness, which again is very good, makes it a little bit more tankier, but I wanted to stack critical hit damage as much as possible to deal that burst damage very, very quickly. And it is, and does work. No skill haste in the build, none needed. In terms of my mitigators, there's 11% EDR, 33% bleed resistance, 48 burn, 33 disorient. That's about it. So let's look at the abilities now. I'm running with booster shot. Again, it's all about increasing that damage output as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible. Booster shot, again, to keep me alive and remove any pred bleed, status effects, which is key. As I've always said in Last Stand or Skirmish, there will be at least one player that will roll with 9k stam pred mark, which is highly annoying, highly frustrating, getting that bleed. But this does mitigate some of that bleed. Definitely have a support station on tow. Adrenaline needed, of course, again, to remove that bleeding status effect as quickly as possible. Critical save, combat medic, it's all about saving the team, and more importantly, precision, headshot hostile to pulse them for 10 seconds. That is a base 12.5% critical chance and a 25% critical damage. It has been like that since day dot. It's never been changed or altered or buffed or nerfed. It's always stayed as that. That is awesome. That is really good. A really good talent to use on this build. And as you've seen, my critical chance is 47%. So that will boost me per headshot to 59.5. The max critical chance is 60, so I'm there or thereabouts. And then you've got critical damage. Mine's base 131%. Pop headshot, that's 156% critical damage. You're going to hit exceptionally hard. And then you look at the talents from your house with responsive and card counter. Then you look at the talents on the gear, which is Alpha Bridge 5% weapon damage. It's also the Banshee 10% targets out of cover damage. So you are going to hit very, very hard with this build. That's why it's a sleeper build. And also, if you're running low when you take an opponent down, you have that 20% health on kill kick in, which does make a world of difference. So give this build a try, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, smash the like button. If you want to see more Division content and builds, we're talking weeks now until the Division 2, then drop a sub to the channel and you'll see some cracking Division 1 and 2 content in the very near future. Guys, take it easy and I'll see you in the DZ.